Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Hello new friends. Today is Wednesday, it's hump day, and that means this is a new episode of Courting Coco. We've been having a lot of fun on this channel on Wednesdays in these episodes, but today's video is going to be a little bit different because I wanted to just give you guys an update and just have a talk about where I am right now. So as always, I got my glass. I hope you have yours. Jesus turned water into wine for a reason, okay? So no judgments here. This is a judgment-free zone, okay? So in case anybody was wondering, I'm still single. I've been listening and watching The Secret a lot. So I created a new wedding board on Pinterest. Because you know the law of attraction. But it's a secret board. Get it? At this point there is nobody, no one that I am taking seriously at all. Nobody. None of y'all. In all seriousness, I've been thinking a lot more lately about the things on my list. You know, if you go back to episode 1, that list was a little long. I know what I want and I am open to and looking for my husband. Not a husband, not any husband. The one for me, okay? I've also realized that my wish list, my list of things that I'm looking for in a man, limits my options. But as my girl Destiny would say, that's the point. Limited applicants, but the pay is great and the benefits are unmatched. So the candidates must be qualified, right? One thing that definitely come up is the whole casual dating thing. That has been something that I've been hearing a lot more in my life, and I feel like it's kind of like a test for myself too. It's like you say that you want one thing, but are you doing the things, or are you making the decisions that are in line with what you want? So, and I'll put it as simple as this. Imagine every Sunday since I was born, I've gone to church. So imagine I'm waking up at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday to get ready to go to church at 10 o'clock. And as I'm getting ready to leave, you're waking up and now you're getting ready for brunch. Or I'm in church and you're texting me about brunch. You're a distraction. Our lives do not match. And it's like, yeah, that's like a small example. But okay, now what if we get married? What, I'm going to roll out of bed and leave you there? Or even worse, now you're laying in bed on Sunday and I'm thinking, maybe I'll just stay in with you this one Sunday, and that becomes like a thing. My sister tells me all the time that I don't entertain people. I don't entertain guys. I kind of have like tunnel vision, and I don't. I think of course you should date and date and date and date until you find someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with or that you want to be with. But if I know from jump that we don't want the same things, or we're not looking for the same things, or we don't have the same values, then I'm out. And to the point that you can always pull back if you feel like you're starting to catch feelings. Sis, once you have the feelings, it's too late. It doesn't matter if you got a little bit or a lot. I will want to love you. And if you don't want it, the only person I'm hurting is myself. So I vote no. I'm gonna opt out of that one. Thanks. I don't know. I just feel like I am so happy right now, and some of y'all just want to come in my life and ruin it. I started this series as kind of a self-reflection. So as part of the self-reflection aspect, I've been really thinking a lot about what's really keeping me single. I think there's always some level of responsibility that you have to take for yourself. I've been getting the same message once again over. It's actually kind of freaky. It's like deja vu almost. I always post the Elevation podcast on Snapchat and my Insta stories. I was scrolling through my timeline and the pastor of Elevation Church, Pastor Stephen Furtick, posted something that was like, it pretty much had my name on it. Like he was subbing me without subbing me. I see you. I see you, Pastor Stephen. I see you. And he posted, the danger of isolation is much greater than the risk of intimacy. Why you had to put my business out there like that, Pastor? That was messed up. I don't mean to preach to y'all, but I'm just going to explain so you understand. But in addition to that message, I was listening to the Elevation Church podcast, and it was the same message. It was like, the podcast was about the story of David. In the sermon, Pastor Stephen was basically saying that in the Bible days, each city had two gates. They had the outer gate, which represents the image that we put out there, the one that we want people to see, the only parts of us that we want people to see. And then there's the inner gate, a second layer of protection. It's the part that people don't necessarily see, but it's like our second line of defense. The Bible says that David got up and took his seat in the gate and not at the gate, and that is where action and change takes place. David was in isolation above the gate, where you can see everything that's going on, but you're not necessarily taking responsibility for your outcome. And I feel like for a long time I was at the gate. I was above the gate, seeing what was going on in my relationships and in my friendships and things that were happening, but not in the gate. And so that's where I'm at now. I am in the gate, which is actually a good place to be. I wanted to have fun with my friends and be single and happy and otherwise emotionless. And at the first sign of anybody who might have some feelings or might want to talk about some feelings or wanted me to have some feelings, I was like, whoa, and I ran. And I realized that vulnerability was the thing keeping me single. And not necessarily that the people that I was running from were people who I could potentially be with. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that vulnerability kept me from being open to or being in an environment or a mental space where I could potentially be with somebody. I wasn't in that space where I was willing to give any part of me emotion-wise. Any part of me at all, actually. Like in the past, in most of my adult life, I'd rather have been single than to share my feelings. And yes, I know how crazy that sounds. I'm a work in progress and Jesus still loves me, so keep it to yourself. But emotional security is and has always been an issue for me. I think the worst thing that somebody can do to me is to make me feel like my feelings are wrong, or to not take my feelings seriously, or to make me feel like I did too much. And I know that comes from past relationships, and like I said, I'm working on myself. But the threshold for me doing too much is really, really, really low, and sharing feelings has always been extremely difficult for me to do because of experiences where those feelings have been rejected or not taken seriously, or have been made to seem extreme in cases where they were just what I felt was pretty normal feelings. I don't know. But I do have a tendency to love unconditionally, so I have considered and realized that that fear of vulnerability or that emotional barrier, emotional wall is my inner gate. And so now that I'm in the gate, trying to, shed that wall a little bit more, or to at least stand in front of it. You see the references coming together? I also realized that I wasn't really trying, I wasn't really trying. And I probably still not trying necessarily. I'm definitely more active in meeting people and having conversations with people and getting to know people. So I am more active in that sense, but not necessarily in dating per se. I would just rather not waste my time or yours, but I am gonna do better because you do need to kind of express more things about yourself in order to figure out where other people stand, and just what they believe and values and things like that. I truly believe that my husband is somewhere in South Florida and I just need to move there and find it. I hope all of these thoughts were cohesive. It's not the line, I promise. That's kind of where I'm at right now. A lot of mixed feelings, but really just weighing what's more important and what I'm willing to concede on, which I've noticed is not that much. I know it's all gonna be okay because me and Jesus talked about it and he got me. He got me on this list, y'all. He got me. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I promise we will bring back the laughs and all that good stuff. I just wanted to get real with you guys because at the end of the day, this series is called Courting Coco, and I want to be honest about what courting is like for Coco. So this is all part of it. If you enjoyed this video, or if you're enjoying the series in general, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm telling you guys all about how I feel. At least subscribe. As always, remember, love hurts sometimes, but loneliness will kill you. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.